Hi everyone. For this video, we're going to talk about how to construct a box plot using a TI-84 calculator. Because box plots depend on that 5-number summary, the min, the max, and the 3 quartiles, we need to make sure that our calculator has that data so it can calculate that 5-number summary to construct the graph. So stat, enter, and then you would type that data in a list. You can see our data is already here from the last example. The numbers all the way from 1 to 20. So I'm going to go back to our home screen. I know that my data is in list 1. To make a plot for statistics, common plots like histograms or scatter plots or box plots, instead of using y equals, which is what you do to do linear graphs, we want to do stat plot. So I'm going to hit second y equals. And you'll notice right now for stat plots, plot 1 is off, plot 2 is off, plot 3 is off. So I'm going to press enter to select 1, and I'm going to turn that stat plot on by pressing enter to highlight on. I'm then going to go to type and tell it what type of graph I want. That first one's a scatter plot. We're going to see that later. We've got line graphs, we've got histograms, we've got dot plots, and you'll notice there's 2 little dots next to that. That's a box plot with the outliers removed from the calculation. We're not going to worry about that in this class, but if you're ever dealing with data sets and you know you have outliers, sometimes you will see them graphed that way. We just want a regular old box plot, so we're going to select that 5th option, and when I type enter, it asks me for a list of data. Where did I put my data? And is there a frequency for that data? Since we're working with raw data, we tell it our data is in list 1, and we're going to leave that frequency set to 1. Each data point in that list only appears once. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that our window, our graphing window, is set to display this type of graph. So from here, we're going to press zoom, and we're going to scroll down until we see Z-stat, zoom stat. And that will automatically set our graphing window so that the statistics graphs show up correctly. When I hit enter, it takes me to that graph screen and it shows me that box plot. So on TI-84s, you can construct graphs for statistics using stat plot, second y equals. The reason I'm only showing you how to do box plots is histograms are more complicated, but there is a set of directions on Canvas if you're curious about histograms and TI-84. All right, if you have any questions about what you just saw, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time.